Hey everybody, Dave here from Peace Camera. In this week's video, we're going to do a preview of the newest camera announcement from Sony, the Sony A7 III. Monday at PPI, Sony announced the newest camera to go into their full-frame lineup, the Sony A7 III. Sony is calling this their basic camera, but I don't think it's anywhere from basic. It's going to be replacing the A7 II, which is a camera I'm holding in my hand right now. A camera I've personally been shooting with for the past couple years, and I love this camera, but there were some features that I hope we include in the next iteration, and now that this camera has been announced, they have answered all the requests that I would have liked to have, although they didn't personally listen to me, but I'm sure a lot of other shooters had the same requests. So let's go over some of the specs. It features a 24.2 megapixel backside illuminated sensor, full frame, so this is a brand new sensor from Sony. It has the in-body image stabilization just like the A7 II, and has the new Bions X image processor. It takes the AF system from the Sony A9, which is their flagship camera, and it has 693 phase detect autofocus points covering 93% of the image area, and 425 contrast detect autofocus points. So this is going to work great in continuous autofocus, and even using the IAF. If you ever use IAF on the Sonys, it's great. It finds the eye, locks into on it, so now when continuous autofocus, someone is twirling around, it's always going to constantly find the eye and get sharp focus on the eye. Sony is claiming up to 15 stops at dynamic range when shooting at the lower ISO, which I think is huge for a camera in this price point. ISO range is going to be from 100 to 51,200 and is expandable up to 204,800. It'll shoot 10 frames per second, either using the mechanical shutter, or if you want completely silent shooting, you could shoot 10 frames per second using an electronic shutter. On the back of the camera is a 3-inch tilt screen, which is now a touch screen. They have also taken the joystick that was from the A9 and the A7 III and put it on the back of this camera, which is great for moving your autofocus points around. And they have taken the record button that was on the side of the camera and now moved it to the back, which makes it a lot easier to just reach your thumb up and hit that record button instead of having to try to fumble around the side to find it. It now features dual SD card slots, with one of them being UHS-II, take advantage of the much faster read and write speeds of the UHS-II cards. I don't know why they didn't make both cards UHS-II slots, but I guess they wanted to keep the cost down on the camera, so they at least made one card slot UHS-II, which is very nice, especially for shooting video, which I'm going to get into in a minute. It is also now taking the larger Z battery, which is a much higher capacity battery, and Sony is claiming you can get up to 710 shots per charge on this battery, so that means a whole day of shooting, you could go a whole day on one battery. Now let's talk about the video side of it, which I'm really excited about. Now we'll shoot full frame 4K video at 24 or 30 frames per second with no pixel binning, and full HD video at up to 120 frames per second for that beautiful slow-mo action here. You can also shoot in now S-Log2 and S-Log3 picture profiles, which is the very flat picture profile, so you can get the most out of the dynamic range when color grading in post. Another great feature, which I have on my cinema camera and I didn't think they would include on a regular mirrorless camera, is their hyper log gamma or HDR profile. So if you want to shoot for HDR TVs, now you can do that and have a wonderful image directly out of the camera shooting in this hyperlog gamma profile. And now for the best part, the price. The camera is going to retail for $1,999, which is, I think, an amazing price point for the features that you're getting in this camera. As you know, the A7 III retails for $3,200, and the A9 retails for, I think, $4,600, if I got that right. So having a camera with a lot of those features from the bigger brother packed into the A7 III is huge for only $2,000. We're going to order a couple, and once we get one in the store, I will do a full unboxing and review of this. One of these cameras is going to be mine, as I'm going to buy it for myself. So if you have any questions, come on down and see us. We're at 5039 Falls of Neuse Road in the Quail Corner Shopping Center, quarter of Falls of Neuse and Millbrook, or give us a call here at the store, 919-836-2222. So if you like this video, please do hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to us. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as I put out new videos every single Friday. And make sure you hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to make sure you're notified by email every time a new video goes live. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this new Sony A7 III. I'm super excited about it. If you can't tell already, I can't wait to get my hands on one and use it for myself. And that's going to do it for this week's video, and I'll see you all next week.